Hello everyone, I'm Shelly Boyan-Breen, author and creator of Shelly Bean, the Sports Queen, a children's book series with a strong, tough little girl as a main character. Today I'm going to read to you Shelly Bean, the Sports Queen, skates at the hockey rink. In the story, we have Shelly Bean, we have her trusty dog Spike, we have her best friend Maya, her brother Ben is going to play a big role today, and I want you to keep an eye out for what Spike is up to. He's always up to something special, and pay attention to what Maya does as a friend to Shelly Bean, and also some of the nicknames that Shelly Bean's brother has for her. If you have a book at home, you can follow along with us, and if not, you can go to shellybeanthesportsqueen.com and order your copy. Swoosh slam score. It was an exciting night. Shelly Bean and her family were watching the women's hockey championship. She sat too close to the TV, and her mom said, "Sit back, sweetie." Have you ever been told that before, that you're sitting too close to the TV? She could feel her heart pumping fast, almost like she was on the ice herself. And when their team won a gold medal, her family burst into cheers, and she said, "I want to win a gold medal." Her brother Ben said, "I bet you could, Shelly Bean." Spike's eating the popcorn off the floor. Ugh. Shelly loves sports, especially hockey, but before she had any hope of winning a championship, she needed to learn how to, what? Skate. The next day, she dug through her hall closet. She found her brother Ben's hockey skates. She just needed somebody to teach her how. "Ben, will you please teach me how to skate today?" "Sure, Jelly Bean, but you'll need to wear these too." And Ben helped his sister pull the knee pads on over her winter clothes. They headed out into the cold, sunny day. Even their dog Spike was ready for action. Shelly Bean skipped eagerly down the street, pulling Ben by the hand behind her. On their way to the rink, they stopped at their friend's house to invite them along. "Hey Maya, I'm going to learn how to hockey skate today. Do you and your brother want to come?" Ben helped Shelly Bean lace up her skates. Then he asked her to wiggle her toes to make sure they weren't too tight. Finally, she put on her helmet and she knew she was ready. Out on the rink, Ben held Shelly Bean's hands tightly as he pulled her across the ice on her skates. "Great job," said Maya. "Bend your knees, Beanaroo," said Ben. "It's easier to balance that way." Shelly Bean said, "Okay, I'm trying." And as Shelly skated with her brother, she was surprised by how free she felt. But it was a lot harder than she thought. She could feel the blades of her skates wobble on the ice beneath her, and she worried that maybe she looked as silly as she felt. Some of the kids made fun of her. "Shelly Bean, are you wearing hockey skates?" She tried to concentrate and ignore the others around her, but this gold medal business was going to be harder than she thought. She says, "Grr, I know I can do this." She was up for the challenge. She let go of Ben's hands and she tried skating on her own. But her knees buckled and her arms waved in circles, trying to keep her balance. Splat! Down she went on the cold, hard ice. She could feel the sting of bruises. She folded her arms across her chest and she wanted to quit. Spike's even licking her tears there. But before she could quit, Maya skated over. She helped Shelly Bean stand up. Pulling each other's hands, the girls laughed as they slipped and struggled to stand. "Don't worry," said Maya. "You'll get the hang of it. Remember, it took me all last winter to get good at skating." What a good friend Maya is. Just then, Carol, one of the hockey coaches, walked by, getting ready for the big game that night. She gave Shelly Bean a high five. "You can do it," she said. A smile slowly spread across Shelly Bean's face. "People really believe in me," she thought. She took a deep breath, wiped the snow off her clothes, and she was ready to try again. And each time she tried, she skated a little farther without falling down. "She's doing it," they said. "I can't believe it." "I'm so proud of you, little bean," said Ben. "You worked hard and kept trying. The qualities of a real champion." Ben smiled to himself and thought, maybe she really will earn a medal in hockey someday. And as the kids walked back to the warming house, Shelly Bean looked over her shoulder and saw the big kids practicing for their game that night. They looked just like the gold medal champions on TV, and she imagined herself to be one of them someday. This is my favorite part. When she got home, she changed out of her cold, wet clothes and into her warm, fuzzy PJs. She did one of her famous super dives onto her bed into a big pile of pillows. One more thing to do, she thought. She gathered her paper, scissors, markers, and glue, and she got to work. She carefully drew a new skating charm for her crown. She'd taken the first step to learning hockey. She placed the crown on her head, stood tall in front of the mirror, and thought, I wonder what awesome sport I'll learn next. I am Shelly Bean, the sports queen. And don't forget, if you want to learn how to ice skate, there are tips at the back of each book as well, so you can learn how to ice skate. Or maybe you already know how to ice skate. You could read along with a friend, be a role model like Shelly Bean, and help teach them how to ice skate. And here's Shelly Bean with her crown and her charms, and I'm so glad that you joined me today. For more information, go to ShellyBeanTheSportsQueen.com. You can follow us on @ShellyBeanTheSportsQueen on Instagram, @SportsShelly on Twitter, and of course, Shelly Bean the Sports Queen on Facebook. Take care, stay well, and stay home.